You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at the Miyoo Mini Plus Edition. I've been reviewing the older version a very long time ago and I can say that it's quite a success. Not particularly the video itself, but the product was pretty damn good. So now they're having the Plus Edition and I must say the name makes sense. It comes with a battery life around 7 to 8 hours, 3.5-inch IPS display, a full screen original resolution display, and screen brightness adjustment, 3000 mAh rechargeable lithium battery, and support Wi-Fi online. The design of the box itself, I must say that I will give them some extra kudos for that. So where I also like the previous model when it comes to, let's say, the capability of playing games, like it was not like something super exciting, it was more like the form factor that we liked. So my question remains, like now with the Plus version getting bigger than the original one, is this going to be a smart choice, or did they just needed to leave it by the Miyoo Mini? Because the Plus is bigger, so it's not really Mini, of course. And with this price range in combination with also all the options we're having, we do have like so many different ways to play now. I must say that I like the overall design. It does have a very nice weight to it. Inside the box we're going to get ourselves the cable that is in Type-C for charging. It even that's kind of cool that they're giving you a microSD card reader, but yeah, and only a 2.0, so a little bit of an epic fail if you ask me. Then normally sometimes it comes with some extra SD cards. Take consideration when ordering them that you need to click it on, otherwise you're not going to get it. An extra screen protector and of course the wipes for basically cleaning before you can assemble the screen protector itself. So the handheld design is the same like the previous model. So at the front we're going to get an AB8Y, select start, and a tiny button that has like different functions. The D-pad itself, I must say I really like it. I am a big D-pad fan, or especially when it comes to retro games. And one of the key features I like about this thing, and also the previous one, that we have like a beautiful, let's say, curved D-pad. And the touch itself, it's not a very long travel D-pad and it just feels very nice. At the back we're going to find ourselves, when I say the shoulder buttons, more like the back buttons. But what they did is quite interesting. When you're looking closely through them, you can see they have like different levels. So actually when holding them, it will give you a little bit better way to basically use them now. But you know, I'm just going to be honest with you, I don't like these back buttons at all. I'm more like a shoulder button, of course, with this form factor Game Boy look-alike, it's absolutely impossible. At the start we're going to get the volume control, the power over here, and yeah, at the bottom we're going to get ourselves a jack out, then we're going to get ourselves the micro SD card. So there's something you need to take consideration if you're going to get yourself like these cards, like this, like a weird looking 64. Yeah, always make a backup or replace them with like better ones, because they are like not great quality and they can get corrupted out of nothing. And of course the Type-C for charging. Another cool feature what I love about the Miyoo Mini Plus, okay, let's go see if I can open this thing up. Oh, there we go. Is that we're having like a replaceable battery. I think this is not like a common one. What you need to do basically is just check it out. When you're getting a different battery, you need to check it which connection you're having, so you can have like the form factor, but also basically the connection need to be the same. Or maybe Miyoo Mini will like sell like replacement batteries. So yeah, there is no coating on here. So what I have seen with, let's say, the normal LiPo batteries, they have like a coating that makes it a little bit easier to find them on AliExpress, but there's nothing else. So I'm hoping they will release a little bit more information or sell these batteries separately. But first let's remove this screen protector, because I'm also forgetting that. At the top we're going to get 3 LEDs, and that's basically an indication how full the battery is. So another basic feature, but it is simple. Powering on, it will take some time to boot it up, but not like super long. It's like 20 seconds or so. So the menu is the same like the previous model. So what you're going to get is a great option. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. We're going to get recent favorite game RetroArch, then we're having app settings, and that's basically with the first menu. Over here with the settings we have even different kind of brightness, and I can tell you this thing goes very bright. Wi-Fi capabilities, if you want to search and add Wi-Fi capabilities, yeah, maybe for updating and stuff like that, it's going to be super easy. Okay, there we go. By the way, not even my Wi-Fi. Then we're having the color, language, and quite a lot of, let's say, different languages, but not like many. Like I've seen like even the cheaper handhelds have Dutch and German and all like European languages. Key maps over here. It's kind of cool. Have it like the option. Oh crap, I'm almost messing it up. But that's basically one of the quick ways you can map every single button. An interesting but strange way that they completely did a redesign of the button mapping. Here in Europe we're also having with my Xbox controller A, B, X, Y. But they turn it around. And that is something I really need to get used to. So getting into game list, so when it comes to emulation performance, it's not going to be like the supreme handheld that emulates everything. It's still the same thing when it comes to the Miyoo Mini, maybe some let's say new add-ons to it. But when you're looking at it, up to PlayStation 1 will be no problem whatsoever. And the first thing that I really like about this device, that absolutely like the resolution they're using, but also this beautiful IPS display is just popping out. I think the camera doesn't really pick it up. Especially when you want to enjoy some retro games. You really didn't like the previous model when it comes to, let's say, the overall, let's say, size. This can be a better option. But later on we'll do a side-by-side comparison with this. Like I mentioned before, is that I really love the D-pad. There is no analog stick, so if you're like a person that loves to play with analog stick, you will be disappointed. But this tiny function key over here gives you the option just to go into the menu itself. And here we're having like some cool options like save and load. We're having the option over here and the native menu. So you have to mess around with that if you want to. But again, just a very quick, easy way to navigate and just play your games and make a quick load and quick save. But when you take a close look at the screen size and everything, that basically just the way how this looks in combination with a screenshot, I think it's not a great combination. And yeah, there's a little bit of a bummer, so they should basically leave it out in my opinion, because I find it a little bit messy this way. But I really love myself some old school games, and that is one of the reasons I really love also the previous model. So I in particular really like to play some Mortal Kombat with MAME. It's not the most demanding game, of course there are some more demanding games out there, but it's just a great example how it can able to run on a device like this. You have some crackling noise in the audio, but that is something we need to reconfigure when it comes to the device itself. But the overall performance is not bad at all. Another option is of course if you want to play some Game Boy on this, and of course we have the bezel that we can remove if you want to. So we need to go to the native menu. Here we can change out you can set the FPS if you want to. Here we're having the scaler, for example set it to full screen. Let's go back to the game itself, and here you can see it basically stretches it out to the original resolution of the display. I think it's not going to be looking really ugly. I would rather have this than having this weird looking bezel that was cut off from the side. So that's one of the cool ways what I love about the Miyoo Mini. The previous one, but also the Plus. So one of those, let's say, 8-bit system I love to play, looks almost 16-bit, is the PC Engine. I did have a problem when it comes to the sidebars. And the reason why, because I was accidentally pressing this button so you can just map them. You can see I'm just going to be messing with the settings itself. So that's something I really need to don't need to mess with. But of course this is one of those systems you can play basically on every single handheld. But particularly when you're looking at this, I can just really enjoy them with the D-pad itself. But when you take a close look at some PlayStation emulation, there is nothing special about this handheld, because there are so many different ways you can play PlayStation on the go now. But again, the Miyoo Mini has just something special to it, especially when you're looking at the overall with the D-pad and the button configuration. The buttons are a little bit tiny compared with other handhelds, but not in a bad way, to be honest. And it looks just such great, amazing on this display again. But let's try an extra game for the PlayStation 1. Gran Turismo is one of my favorite games. I have so many fond memories, especially number 2 I've played a lot back in the day. And it's so cool to play these games on the go and look just great on this. And the D-pad, even there is this is one of those games you can play great with an analog stick. I don't really mind playing with the D-pad at all. But if I'm looking at the Miyoo Mini Plus, I must say particularly 16-bit games are the ones I'm really going to boot up a lot. Especially when it comes to combination with some MAME, I really like it. They look amazing on this display. For say more power, you just need to buy something else. I think this is going to be this better or improved, like a mini device they can bring with you to play some old school games on the go. It will give you like a quite nice battery life. And again, I just really enjoy it. But should you pick up a Miyoo Mini Plus, that's something of course you need to decide. But when you're looking into like say the price point and the things you're going to get, there are so many different ways to play nowadays. So at first, if you're going to look into let's say handhelds and you just want to buy one single handheld, you need to consider like what kind of controls you want, D-pad, and a lock, what kind of games you want to play. Because this thing does have like a lot of great things to it, but compared with the price point, you're thinking, yeah, is the style really worth it picking up now? Where I really like the Miyoo Mini. The Plus edition is absolutely great, and for my hands it plays so much more comfortable, but it also comes with a different price point. I'm thinking, yeah, shouldn't I like spend a little bit more money or just get something that basically offers way more? Thank you for watching, consider subscribing, and it would be great just to see you in the next video.